Morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the ships at sea. It is I, the OGGM. It's Wednesday. It's 8 o'clock. It's the 20th day of July, 2020. It's 64 degrees and cloudy here at Site B. Radiant Citadel is on the shelves at your friendly local game store. That's Dreamworld Collectibles here in Ventura, California. And it's time to take a look at all the Kickstarter projects that are coming to an end this week. Yeah. Okay, so at the start, we have something from Granite Glyph Publishing Company called Hellguard, Curse of Cana. Wow, this was just announced like the other day, and they've already got the Kickstarter going. It's an original system, core rulebook, $80 is the most popular pledge. It was written by Ed Greenwood, B. Dave Walters, and John Wick. You remember John Wick? He's the guy who challenged people to come fight him at Gen Con last year. Ed Greenwood. Obviously a cool name to have attached to your project, except of course it's something that talks about how horror is safe. Hellguard Curse of Cana is a one-night RPG of infernal fantasy, so basically think Diablo. It comes with the core rules, 5 characters, a bestiary, plot hooks, the adventures and essays on how to keep horror safe. I don't know what it means by being a one-night RPG, though. I don't understand that. I don't understand role-playing games that are designed to just be used once and then never again. I don't get that. There's a lot of them, and I don't understand why. Why would I spend money on something I'm only ever going to use once unless it's food? I'm not trying to be insulting here. If somebody can explain to me why this is a thing, I'd appreciate it. I don't get it, but then, I'm an idiot. Moving on, from Outland Entertainment, we have When the Wolf Comes, based upon a system called Shadow of the Demon Lord. This is a Viking-verse role-playing game. What if the Vikings won and took over the world, and then the stars? The concept of space Vikings. So this is Vikings in space, I guess. What if the Vikings took over the world? Well, they kind of did. Then they just fell apart and became something else, just like everybody else who was technically taken over the world. Alexander the Great took over the known world, but then just things progress. So yeah, there does seem to be a very deep fascination with Vikings lately. If you look at like HBO and Netflix, there's at least like 5 Viking things. I watched The Norseman last night. It's beautiful. The music is unbelievably annoying. It is historically accurate in its awfulness, but yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get the Viking thing. But it's big. I guess, I don't know. Maybe it's just easier to film movies about Vikings because it's cheap to film in Iceland or whatever. Anyways, Vikings in space. That could be awesome. From X Stacy's Game, we have Throes, zombie outbreak role-playing game. This is a core rulebook. $15 is the most popular pledge. It's a zombie apocalypse role-playing game. What more can I say? From Section 28 Publishing, we have Hidden Worlds Accursion. This is a rewrite of the original Hidden Worlds. It's an original system, core rulebook. $95 is the most popular pledge. It's a near-urban fantasy series of tabletop something, monster hunting type thing. So, yeah, vampire, Shadowrun. I don't know what near-future urban fantasy. Yeah, okay, so it takes place somewhere in the nebulous future. Monsters exist, they're hunting down humans, and then you play the characters that are hunting the monsters. From Spoony Minstrel Games, okay, you win this week's prize for best name of a company. We have Monstrous Personas for 5th edition. This is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure module. $9 is the most popular pledge. What if you not only killed the monsters, you took their powers? So, yeah. That time I died and got reincarnated like a slime. Remember, that anime? Basically, same idea. You kill a monster, absorb its powers for a short period of time. So if I kill a scorpion, I get scorpion tails. That's just very body horror in 5e. That could be interesting. I'd love to see how they explain body horror, but in the safe cupcakes and unicorns way that is 5e. Dude, yeah, you have tentacles, but they're not gross. From Hit Point Press, we have Humblewood Tales. Ooh, that name's been used before. Oh, that could hurt them. This is an adventure module for 5e. $50 for a fucking module? 200 pages of content set in Humblewood. From EN Publishing, we have Death Till Death Do Us Part, a Valentine's Day series of adventures for 5e. This is $10, which is the most popular pledge. It's love and romance-based adventures for 5e with a Valentine's Day theme in July. From Melastronia Arts Council, we have The Big Squirm for Trokia. This is an adventure module. $30 is the most popular play. It's a adventure mashup of hard-boiled detective and acid fantasy. You know, Trokia being acid fantasy. What is acid fantasy? If you've ever seen heavy metal or Wizards, that's acid fantasy, I guess. And that's it for crowdfunding this week. Kickstarters. Okay. Hellguard looks impressive, at least in the box, and you get a bunch of free figures and stuff, but I don't get one-shot role-playing games, and if you have to write rules for how to make horror role-playing safe, you're sort of... Well, we've talked about this ad infinitum, so I don't see any reason to talk about it again. Vikings in Space. Vikings in Space could be cool. $25 is pretty reasonable. Another zombie apocalypse role-playing game. Now, during COVID, is either really on the mark or a little too late. Hidden Worlds, Shadowrun, Monster Hunters, it's been done. I don't know. Monster vs. Personas, body horror, monster ability swapping in 5e. That could be hilarious. I don't see how it would work in 5e, but how do you make body horror 5e approachable? That could be fun. Humblewood Tales, $50 for an adventure module? No, Jesus, no. Till Death Do Us Part, romance-based Valentine's adventures, and again, no. The Big Squirm, if you're a fan of Trokia, you'd probably like this. So yeah, not a very impressive week for Kickstarters, but then again, it's con season, so we're not going to see anything major till after this weekend. Just a reminder, this weekend is San Diego Comic Book Convention, so any major announcements industry-wise we'll start to get the hints of this weekend. And then going forward between the end of this weekend and the end of October into, holiday season is when we'll start seeing what it is they have planned for the rest of this year and going into next year. So any expectations of what Wizards of the Coast might have planned, what Marvel might have planned, what the other big game companies might have planned, we're going to start to see by the end of this weekend because it is San Diego Comic Con. Till next time, I am the OGGM. If you appreciate this content, let me know. Give us a shout out. Give us a subscribe. Share our content with somebody else. Help us hit 1,000 subs by, the end of this year. And as always, stay safe, stay sane, stay warm, stay dry, and stay the fuck off my land. I will talk to you later.